I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrenches in my top drawer of my Snap-on box. I think I'm missing. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pliers in my bottom drawer of my Snap-on box. Get ready to fix some cars. Get ready to fix. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is MJ100K. Happy Easter. And let's talk about the show today. So I got a comment in my video for watch this before you go to UTI or Lincoln Tech. And this comment is about to send me into full rant mode. Let me just summarize it. So this person, he said he's recently separated from the military. He was a diesel mechanic for 3 years. He wanted to go to UTI, had the GI Bill at his disposal, signed all the paperwork, and then the VA dropped the housing allowance from $3,000 a month to $2,000. $2,000 a month to go to a UTI apartment? Ugh. And he said the apartment looked terrible, and he had 4 roommates in a 2-bedroom apartment. How nice. Thank you, UTI, for treating our veterans so nicely. At least you're equal, right? Treat everybody horribly. So why not? Why not just 4 people in a 2-bedroom apartment? Ugh, gross. He wants to know if he can sneak into the industry. My friend, thank you for your service. You do not need to sneak anywhere. You have experience. You are going to be able to find a job. You do not need to have a certificate or degree from Lincoln Tech or UTI to get a call back anywhere. I got a comment the other day that somebody got an apprenticeship at a diesel repair shop, and he had no experience and no school. So just keep looking. So you do have experience. Let me give you some advice, and this is free advice. I don't get any money to tell you this. I'm telling you this from my experience and from my heart. This is what I would do if I were you. You mentioned that you could live with your parents while you're in school. Definitely do that. So while you're there, just listen to whatever they tell you to do. Don't feel ashamed that, I'm living with my parents. It don't matter, because if you get this degree from a community college and you have experience, I'm going to tell you a couple other things you need to do. You are going to get that job at the EPA that you were talking about. They do have jobs at the EPA for technicians. So they run the test cells, the engine test cells and the vehicle dyno test cells. And you could definitely get a job like that with your experience. But you don't just want to have that experience. You want to make sure that your resume is one of the top ones on there, because you're not going to be the only person that applies for a job like this. Jobs like this are cake. They are so easy. And here, I found them on the web. I'll screen record it so you can see it. Here you go. I should do a live stream for this, because I'm trying to have this video be less than 10 minutes. But a live stream might be better. Anyway, vehicle and fuel emission testing. State-of-the-art test facility, wide array of analytical testing and engineering services, science and technology development, certificate and compliance testing. So usually, like, if there's a new engine that comes out, it has to be certified by the EPA before you can sell it in the United States. And places like this are the ones that certify them. Let's see. And you could be there working. I'm telling you, jobs like this are so cake. They are cake and ice cream. Vehicle compliance testing. There we go. This is where you're going to be working, my friend. Man, I'm about to apply. Forget you. I'm going to work there. Oh, my goodness. So if you want to get a job at a place like this, like right now, you could get a job at a dealership or at Pep Boys or a place like that, and that's just fine. I'm not dissing working at those places, but jobs like this, government jobs, they're so cake. And even the job I had at Cummins, like I considered that so easy. you doing a lot of test. If you want to be an engineering technician, get into a place that does testing and research because the pace is much slower. If you go into a place where it's a factory where they're making stuff on the line, the pace is a lot faster and it's a little bit more stress. But testing, I mean, like they'll just be like everybody's working Monday through Friday. You might get some overtime, and overtime is time and a half. When I was at Cummins, if they called you on the phone for just to ask you one question, that was an hour. Boom. And if it took 5 minutes, that's an hour. If they asked you to come in on Saturday and it took you 45 minutes to do whatever they asked you to do, you get 4 hours. You get paid for 4 hours, even though you only work like 1 hour. It's ridiculous, man. This is so easy. When I first got to Cummins, the first week, we had like a float. Had this float barbecue. Like we floated down the river on inner tubes. It was like and you get paid that day. It was like a team building thing, exercise or whatever. And yeah, we just float. I'm like, this is work. Like every day wasn't like that. I mean, you do have to work, but the pace is a lot slower. It's a lot easier. Your main problem might just be, not getting bored sometimes, but you're not going to be at a dealership where like, oh, is it gonna be a busy week? Am I gonna get the right jobs? It's gonna be every Friday, same check, same nice check, and sometimes overtime. And if they ask you to go, out for a road trip, I mean, you get paid way overtime then. It's ridiculous, the overtime. Once when I was at Cummins, one of the engineers was like, one of the technicians, I was a technician at first, and the technician was like, it's like, I'll probably make close to what you make as an engineer. He's talking to an engineer. He's like, no way, it's no way. He's like, I'm telling you, with overtime and this and that. So they brought in their W-2s from the year, and the engineer made like just a little tiny bit more than the technician. It was ridiculous. And the technicians, it's a lot harder to fire them because they're usually in a union, and the engineers, there's no union for the engineers. If the economy starts to go by, boop, bye engineers. They told me bye. I probably should have stayed a technician. But anyway, yeah. So here's a job. This is a different test cell operator. With your degree at community college, experience as a diesel technician in the Army or the military somewhere. And I want you to do a couple other things. But listen, look at this job right here. So this is on Indeed. Vehicle emission lab technician, test cell operator, starting at $25 an hour. Self-motivated person, work in the vehicle emission lab, perform vehicle emission tests, tailpipe and evaporative, blah blah blah. So yeah, you'll be setting up vehicles, instrumentation, just hooking up the different sensors like in the exhaust. Sometimes they want a sensor in each exhaust, in the exhaust manifold in each runner. So you might have to drill out a hole and then bang in the bung and then screw it in. I mean, it's not that hard. Blah blah blah. And then you set up the computer you set up the computer. You might have to load in a calibration that somebody else wrote. I mean, it's easy. Don't be afraid of it. You might have to make a report in Excel or something. So get a little bit of experience with Microsoft Excel if you can. And it's not hard though. I mean, if you don't get the experience, you'll learn it in like the first 2 days you're there. But anyway, yeah. What else? Okay, experience performing vehicle emission test. That's preferred. Yeah, you might not have that. Associate's degree in automotive related subjects. Did you hear what I said? This is why I keep telling people to get the community college degree. Associate's degree in automotive related subject. Hello? That's you. That's going to be you. Automotive Service Excellence Certificate. That's what I keep talking about. ASEs. ASEs. Automotive Service Excellent. Get this. There's 8 tests you have to pass, and they're not easy tests. So study before each test. Each test is about $60. You go in person to a site, they test you, and they'll let you know as soon as the test is over if you passed or not. If you don't pass, you could take it again in 30 days. This is what I want you to do. I'm being psychic right now. I'm seeing into the future. Oh my gosh, MJ is seeing into the future. I'm seeing your resume 2.5 years from now. Here, look, I'm picking up your resume. Look, I'm reading it. Wow. Okay, this guy. Experience working in the military. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Worked on actual giant Hummers and all that type of thing. Wow, that's awesome. Associate's degree in automotive technology. Ooh, that's what we wanted to see. That was the preferred. So, okay, associate's degree, GPA 3.7. Okay, he's not playing around, this guy. Okay, 3.7 GPA. Automotive service, ASEs. Oh, diesel engine. Heavy duty diesel engine, ASE. Oh, light duty diesel. Oh, look at, fancy pants. Oh, look at this. Brakes, suspension, engine performance. Blah, blah. Auto, 4 ASEs. You should get all 8, but let's just say you get 4 and you get your 2 diesel ones. So 6 ASEs, experience. And look, while he was in school, he worked at Pet Boys on the weekend. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's worked on now military vehicles and civilian vehicles. And if you are in a state that does emission tests, you get that emission certificate because that's where you want to work, right? The EPA doing emissions. So now if you get a chance, boom. Oh, you've done emissions tests? All right. Call this guy up. We must interview him first because there's a pile of resumes. Is yours going to be at the top or at the bottom? Because the bottom ones, they get thrown in the trash. But not yours. All right. Okay, that was the future. Is it going to be your future? It's up to you. Are you going to work? Are you going to get it? You could do it. I believe in you. So, yeah. So you're either going to get this job at the EPA or you're going to get some other job in the test cell. And then if you want, you get a couple of years experience there, and then you could apply again to the EPA. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you might have to apply 2-3 times. It's okay. You'll get it eventually. And if you don't get it, you'll get something else. You'll be in some other test cell with your feet up, watching the computer go by, and as soon as the test is over, okay, stop the test. Boom. Let me unhook all the sensors. Let me send the file with all the data to the engineer in an email, and it's Friday. I'm going outside, and I'm going fishing, and that's what's going to happen because you went to school and you got all of your certificates. That is what happens. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Going to community college is so worth it, and you're going to barely have any debt from there if you have any at all. If you go to UTI, it's going to be like, $50,000 of debt. Oh, it's holding me back. I can't get all this. I can't get this. I can't get that because of all this debt. Telling you, listen to your boy MJ. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and have a good one.